It's been missing for weeks, and I have no idea where it could have gone. Dave? Dave, are you listening to me?
Yes, my master.
Are you just saying that because you're under my control?
Yes, my master.
Alright, fine. Subservient off.
Oh. What happened? What are we doing again?
I was talking about my box, which has gone missing. It hasn't been here for weeks, and frankly, I'm starting to get worried.
Maybe it was stolen by box trolls, right? Okay, well, I'm gonna go. It was good being on again. Thanks. Bye.
Alright, well, anyway. Hey, everybody. For this next installment of Star Wars Month, we're going to be taking a look at something especially horrible. The Star Wars Holiday Special. Now, I know what you're thinking. Didn't the Nostalgia Critic review this already? Well, yes, he did. And while he did a decent job showcasing why everything else in that special was so terrible, there is one element that he just kind of glossed over. The Faithful Wookiee, the cartoon show that Chewbacca's son Lumpy started watching when his home was invaded by stormtroopers. Because when the Gestapo comes to seize your property and threaten your family, watching cartoons is always the best thing to do. No, I'm not kidding. The Empire busts in and starts ransacking the place, and instead of seeing Chewie's family protecting their household, we see his son Lumpy just start watching a cartoon. And it's a cartoon about Chewbacca and his new rebel friends. How does that work? Our story opens with a rebel captain expositing via log entry about how Han Solo was looking for a strange mystical talisman. Harrison Ford looking for mystical artifacts? Psh, they'll never catch on.
The talisman. It makes things invisible, I think. Yes, even you. Which I think might be an improvement.
So not only is Lumpy watching a cartoon about his father, but he's also watching a cartoon that has the process in it as well. And with this first bit of character animation, we see that the direction behind it is a little confused. Why is R2-D2 bending and squishing like this? Yes, squash and stretch is one of the 12 principles of animation, and it should be used on R2-D2 like it is for the rest of the cast, but rope it in a bit, guys! He's a robot, not a jello sculpture. Captain Wilfred Brimley Muttonchops gets an SOS from the Millennium Falcon, and Luke and R2 go off to rescue Han.
If something has happened to Captain Solo and Chewbacca is alone, you will need me to interpret.
Why would he need you to interpret what Chewbacca's saying? We clearly see him understanding Wookiee earlier in this special.
What's up? It's Chewbacca. Yeah, we'll bring him to the screen. I want to say hello to him. Oh, he's not there yet. Is that it? Boy.
So they all fly off in a Y-wing. Hey, wait a minute. Why are the rebels using ships named after letters in an alphabet that they don't even use? Anyway, they fly off to rescue Han and Chewie, and they follow them onto a moon made of raspberry jam.
We're approaching the water planet.
We're approaching a very thick and gooey water planet. They get attacked by a monster that looks like it escaped from a children's book, but it's quickly taken down by... Oh my god. Is it...
What is it, Mr. Luke? I'm not sure.
Can it be?
I am Boba Fett.
It is! It's Boba Fett! God said that his one and only son would return to us someday, and lo and behold, he stands before us! Praise be to the almighty Boba Fett! Yes, for all of the many, many things wrong with this holiday special, it at least gave us the first appearance of Boba Fett. And frankly, I couldn't care less. What did this guy do to get so frickin' popular? He stands around, glowers a bit, I think. He complains about the possibility of not getting paid, and he dies. That's it. Well, that's not entirely fair. He also leads the Empire to where Han Solo and his crew are hiding on Bespin, so that's something. But then again, that elephant-faced guy in Mos Eisley did the exact same thing, so where's his ridiculously devoted fan base? Anyway, he leads Luke and the droids to where the Falcon crashed, and it turns out that Chewie did in fact find the talisman they were looking for. But he's not invisible for some reason. Instead, it emits some kind of a sleeping virus that only affects humans, and the only way they can be kept alive is to hang them upside down to let the blood flow to their heads. Although, to be fair, falling asleep actually can be easily misconstrued as turning invisible. No, it can't. Where did that even come from? Boba knows of an antidote that can be found in the nearby city, because ancient mystical talismans, of course, have over-the-counter remedies, so he and Chewie go there to get it.
You stay here while I get the serum. I said stay, friend. Luke trusted me, and I'm your only chance of getting out of here alive. Do you understand me?
Starlog update. Although Boba Fett quickly located the serum for the sleeping virus, we had no idea of his real plan.
How do you even know what his alleged plan was? Is Chewie wearing a wire? Boba sneaks off to make a quick space phone call to his employer, who is... Darth Vader!
What is it now?
Oh no! The Imperial officer is going to find out that Lumpy is watching cartoons! This is the perfect time to dramatically cut to a commercial break. Now that the commercial break's over, what happens to Lumpy? Absolutely nothing. He just goes about his business, and Lumpy goes back to watching the cartoon. Man, that was suspenseful. R2 taps into the Falcon's computer, which somehow lets them listen in on Boba's phone call.
But I want them alive. Now that you've gotten their trust, they may take you to their new base.
This time we'll get them all.
I see why they call you the best bounty hunter in the galaxy.
Oh no.
Suddenly I can't help but think that it was the Empire who put the Death Star plans into R2-D2 in the first place. Okay, Lord Vader, I have converted all of the Death Star plans into one handy little PDF file, and I am now mailing it to you. Oh crap, I am so sorry. It appears as though I have sent the plans out to every asteroid within 12 parsecs. That's not going to be a problem, is it? Chewie and Boba get the antidote and get back to the Falcon, and they revive Luke and Gah!
What happened?
I don't know.
Well, somebody must know something.
I'll tell you what happened. They made you look like Andy Dick! Seriously, the animation in this has been a little rubbery at worst, but at least you could tell who was who. How could they look at this design and say, yes, that's Han Solo, let's start animating! Anyway, R2 spills the beans about Boba Fett's connections with Darth Vader, and now that the cat's out of the bag, Boba starts blasting all of the... he just flies away after accomplishing nothing. Best bounty hunter in the galaxy, ladies and gentlemen. So they prepare for blastoff, but not before getting off one last joke.
Chewbacca suspected all along there was something bad about Boba.
How did you know, Chewie?
May I quote directly, sir? He just didn't smell right.
Yep, you heard it. They end on a joke that's so terrible that even the characters felt awkward after hearing it. So that was The Faithful Wookiee. And sadly, it's the best thing to come out of the Star Wars Holiday Special. The animation is a mixed bag. The premise of a cartoon of these characters existing in a universe is just bizarre. It's completely pointless, and it doesn't really make any sense. I suppose the rebels would want to look for a way to become invisible to conduct better espionage against the Empire, but why would the Empire need this talisman that makes them turn invisible? Why not just let the Empire have the talisman? I don't think they're any more knowledgeable about its deadly sleeping effects than the rebels are. Wouldn't them dying from this thing pretty much solve every problem ever? And again, Boba Fett does nothing of value in this story. But hey, at least it set the pace for how little he'd do in the rest of the Star Wars trilogy. And to be fair, at least it actually is a real Star Wars story, which puts it head and shoulders above everything else in the holiday special. See you next time.
It's Chewie, but where's Han?
And where are my nostrils, for that matter?
Subscribe.